the region tonight.
Did you see that? Oh my goodness! Thunder! Did you see that? Thunder snow! There was a lightning bolt that just hit downtown Oklahoma City while I'm talking about the snow! Oh my goodness!
That was KFOR meteorologist John Slater. He was live streaming on Facebook, talking to viewers about a big winter storm in Oklahoma City this morning. As you saw, a lightning strike led to thunder snow, which is relatively rare in meteorology. Slater said he can now cross that off of his bucket list along with being in an EF5 tornado. He jokingly said if he gets to report from the eye of a hurricane, he's going to retire. Jamie, you weather people, you're a crazy bunch, man, I'll tell you.
I've been in the eye of a hurricane. I have not seen thunder snow, and what was kind of interesting with that video clip right there is it reminded me, if you're a weather enthusiast, you know what I'm talking about here. I think it was back in the late 90s, Jim Cantori from the Weather Channel was out reporting on very heavy snowfall. It was in the Northeast, like Massachusetts, and there was thunder snow, and he got so excited in that live shot. So that's what that reminded me of. Hey, we had some exciting weather here locally with that ice storm that unfolded across the area last night. Now, the worst of that storm was near and north of Highway 60, especially north of Highway 60. Temperatures last night really didn't budge. So with that prolonged period of temperatures just below freezing and the freezing rain that moved through, the ice accumulated. And it looks like this is probably, while not a major ice storm, was certainly a significant storm, and probably the most significant since we've seen since January of 2017, when we had ice accumulations of around 1/4 to 1/2 an inch north of Highway 60. Temperatures outside right now sitting at 30 degrees, so the ice that was trying to melt earlier this afternoon, just because it was daylight, that ice has hardened back up. As far as the ice storm last night, again, you can see these counties shaded in pink. This is generally where we saw those 1/4 to as much as 3/4 inch ice accumulations. For the most part, 1/4 to 1/2 an inch was very common, but there were some pockets in there where we had ice totals approaching 3/4 of an inch. And even on the southern edge, like northern Berry County, northern Stone County, possibly into northern sections of Oregon County, we had some ice accumulations there of around 1/4, if not maybe 1/3 of an inch. And we had some localized pockets of higher ice accumulations in northwest Arkansas in those higher elevation areas. On top of that, we were candy coated last night with the ice. Today we got dusted with some snowfall, especially near and north of the interstate. The highest total that I've seen was reported out of Lebanon. We had a weather watcher that sent in a photo measuring that snowfall just over 1.5 inches. Most locations, though, it was a little under an inch. Officially out at the airport, just shy of an inch for the Springfield total, but I think most areas in Springfield generally around 1/2 an inch. You can see Billings and Ash Grove looking very similar to around 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch of snowfall. Looking at our forecast, we got another chance at some wintry weather on Saturday. Tonight looks cloudy and quiet. Now, closer to sunrise, as some upper-level energy works on this low-level moisture, we may be seeing some patchy freezing drizzle take shape, but I think most of the precipitation is going to hold off until later in the morning, maybe mid-morning, when we start seeing some freezing drizzle and light snow breaking out over southwest Missouri and northwest Arkansas. That is going to streak up the interstate as we work from morning into the afternoon, and it looks like as it moves up the interstate, it's going to expand in size and also in intensity. Notice temperatures, they stay in the low 30s. We're looking at a day tomorrow with temperatures probably top out near 32 here in Springfield yet again. By the end of the day, heading into the evening hours, the snow is on the way out and clouds begin to thin out across the area. In regard to snow totals, not expecting much. Looks like 1/2 an inch or less generally across southwest Missouri and northwest Arkansas. But once you get from Springfield northeast, especially along and maybe on the south side of the interstate, we could be looking at totals which approach an inch, possibly a little more than an inch. I'm not expecting major road impacts, but I can't rule out slick spots given the cold weather that we've had today through tonight into tomorrow. Most of this accumulation, though, is going to be on grassy surfaces and rooftops. And looking ahead to Sunday, Sunday, things are looking better as we're going to find sunshine returning. That's a morning forecast right there. That's heading through noon, and that's the afternoon. What about temperatures? Well, it looks like we're going to be thawing out. It is going to be not quite as warm as it could be because we have ice and snow to melt, but looks like about 46 for a high on Sunday, near 50 on Monday, 50s on Tuesday. Next chance for rain coming Wednesday, and we could see maybe rain or snow Thursday of next week.
So a little bit of snow coming tomorrow, but we can't get out of the mold that we've been in over the last couple of years. We went back and looked at the archives of, we're getting snow, but it's only coming out an inch at a time at most.
We
usually
haven't had any major snow events. I mean, unless you want to count what happened in northwest Arkansas back in mid-December, we just haven't really seen any major snow events so far this winter. And I don't see it at least in the next week. But I do think we're in an interesting pattern over the next month, a month and a half. While it may not be bitterly cold, it's certainly going to be cold enough for these chances at wintry weather.
Well, we'll get it at some point in time, that's for sure. All right, Jamie, thank you. Well, coming up, the Senate holds a rare New Year's Day session to discuss different bills. We'll bring you that right after.